I think inadvertently we're finding out things about this coach too, and he better tighten it up pretty quick. Because it gets ugly, man. People start getting ugly in Philly, man.
Jalen Hurts does not fit on this football team with Nick Sirianni as the play caller. He's not an RPO guy. He's a traditional drop-back offensive coordinator / now head coach. Let's get our friend's thought, Garry Cobb, in here and get his opinion here on what he thinks on what he saw last night. Garry, I just made a comment that, I don't believe that Jalen is a bad player. I kind of compare him to a Tyrod Taylor. I don't think he's Geno Smith, but Tyrod went to the Pro Bowl. He's a good football player. However, Nick Sirianni, I looked it up. He's never coached an RPO quarterback in his entire tenure. Last year, he was the offensive coordinator in Indy for Phillip Rivers. They won 11 ball games.
Yeah.
And you could see why he struggles a little bit when it comes to getting the offensive running game going. So all that said, I don't mean to lead a question into you, but last night, did you see the same thing I did? It's just like they're not on the same page.
That's what it seems like, I don't know what they're trying to achieve, really, because they're running these RPOs, and really what ends up happening all the time, you've got Jalen rolling out, either throwing the ball away or throwing a prayer down the sideline. Whatever they're doing, it's just not working. And see, what's wind up happening is, kid like Miles Sanders, he doesn't get the ball. They're running RPOs, run pass option, where, Jalen, and he says Jalen's doing what he wants him to do. You mean Jalen's doing what you want him to do, and you guys are throwing for 100 yards? What? Hey, if I'm the owner and you tell me that, you're looking for a job. There's no way. I mean, I don't know who really is the issue, but I think you got to go with the guy that's in charge, which is Nick. And, Jalen did miss some throws. He's got to work on that accuracy. But how many throws is he making where a guy's open? I mean, was 2, 3, 4? I mean, you throw the ball 30 times. But the thing is, with the RPOs, if they run it like this, the way it works, the way they're working, Miles Sanders doesn't get the ball. Okay, now, you got a young back. You're not giving him the ball. What do you have him there for? You got a kid with some talent. You run some plays, give the kid the ball. Come on. I don't want to hear run pass. I would be about ready to lose it. You're telling me, why didn't you give the kid the ball? Well, we were running a run pass option. I said, well, the next option is going to be you out of here.
Garry, to your point, he had 6.2 yards of carry last night.
Yeah. You don't give him the ball, though. How can you get into a flow if you're a running back? They give you the ball once a quarter. You can't do that. So I think they got to go back and they really got to think about what they want to do, because it's just not working. It's just not flowing. And it's got to get better than this, because last night looked the same way it did when they were playing Carolina, which most of the game you got them doing nothing offensively. And you just can't have that. And what do they look at and say, okay, this is our bread and butter play? It's an RPO or one of those little screens out there. You can't, how many screens are you going to run? And not only that, they get out on the goal line. That rub route. Now, they didn't call a penalty this time. Okay, so Zach Ertz caught a touchdown. But all you can think of is running a rub route every time you get in the red zone. Come on, man. That's the only play you have. I'm telling you. I most of the time, I kind of step back when people start talking about getting rid of people and stuff. When they start about getting rid of the coach now. But I'm telling you, he is definitely, man, I'm telling you, I don't think they would do anything crazy like that. But after if it doesn't get any better this year.
One and done? You think he's a one and doneer? Or do you think they would get rid of Jalen first?
Well, Jalen is because of some of the missed throws. I mean, sometimes he just offline. I mean, just doesn't hit the guy. Like He threw one, which was a kind of a two-hopper on a guy on a curl, He also, overthrew Ertz. He's running about a 15-yard drag. He's taking it out route, and he throws it over his head. And then, some of the other throws, like the deep route, that first on the penalty.
And the sacks, too, Gary.
Yeah.
I mean, the sacks, he's got to see the rush a little better, more of a pocket presence.
That's right. And so, Jalen is clearly, he's got to play better than this. If he can't play any better than this, those got those draft picks. I can tell you right now, Jeffrey Lurie is talking to them about those draft picks right now. After the game, he probably went in there saying, we need to start talking about these draft picks. What's coming out of our quarterback wise? Let's start looking at some of these college quarterbacks, because he missed people, but Nick isn't helping him. See,
no. He's not putting him in a position. And Gary, I said it. I go back all the way to San Diego with him. Mm-hmm. And I don't ever remember him being around a quarterback that was an RPO-centric guy that had the ability of Jalen Hurts. It's almost like it's a square peg in a round hole where you're trying to put these guys together here on the fly.
That's right.
And it looks chaotic here because the rest of the team is struggling right now mightily on that. I want to ask you this one and throw this at you too. Defensively, how much of a punch in the gut is it when an opening drive is 10 plays, 75 yards on you?
I mean, that's like you're in a boxing match. Guy comes out and whoop, 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 and you get hit, man, and stunned early in the fight, man. You haven't even worked up a lather. That's what it is when you get hit like that. And that's the way they were doing them. I mean, and really, honestly, 28-22, that was not a 28-22 game.
Right.
They took their feet off the gas pedal and said, we're just going to run out the time. We're going to stop trying to score on them. Now
that felt like a 40-22 game.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. And, they were really outclassed, so they really need to do some talking. This was that punch, man, which when you get knocked down, you get back up and you go to your corner. The guy say, you all right? You say you all right, but you're not all right.
You're still doing the teacup on people here. You think that they would ever do this? You think that they would ever put Gardner Minshew in?
Well, I was over there at the game yesterday, and they have this. It's different now, man. Things are because they got all of the guys that are the practice squad. They're out there working out before the game. Like they're having a little practice. I was going, man. If I was ever on a practice squad, you're gonna have me come out here and practice before the game? I'm not doing that. Come on, man. I'm not gonna play, but you want me to go out and go through drills like I'm Mickey Mouse or somebody. Yeah. But anyway, Gardner Minshew was out there working out, and he got a pretty good arm. I mean, he's you can see where he's the kind of guy who is a good backup because he's fiery. He's gonna rally the guys.
And does he fit the system that he wants to run as a drop back?
No.
Okay.
No, I think Jalen, if he were coached for that, you run a drop back system and see, are you really developing the kid if he's running RPOs all the time, man? Every play is RPO rather than look. You drop back, you see this coverage. This is the weaknesses of this coverage. They got a 2 deep. The weaknesses, we want to get 3 guys deep, okay? They could talk about the weakness of a coverage and things. But with the RPO stuff, I just don't see the development, man, and that's kind of a thing you run sometime, but you're going to really, it makes me think that's a college offense.
Yeah.
Where you're coming out and your main play is RPO.
Like the old Oklahoma teams that ran that wishbone thing.
Come on, man. And I'll tell you, I don't care what quarterback you are. If you're hanging on to that ball all the time,
you're going to get killed.
You're not going to stay healthy.
No.
Now he's young and fresh right now. But over time,
oh yeah.
Look at who am I talking about? What's Carolina Panthers? Who am I thinking? That's out there on the street right now. The big quarterback, big. He's a specimen too. What played at Auburn? Who am I talking about?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Okay. Cam was a specimen, man. You walk by Cam like
former MVP. I couldn't believe it, Gary. I saw him at a Super Bowl. I went like this. That's freaking Cam Newton. Are you kidding me?
It looked like a defensive end.
Yeah, 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, a monster and a quarterback. But he ran and
it beat him down.
He got pounded a few times. He started getting hit. People going, oh, you want to run now? Okay. And you can't last, man. If the specimen he is can't take it, who could?
Yeah, no, not a littler guy like that.
No.
So let me ask you about the Zach Ertz deal and how it went down too. Even.
Okay.
I mean, so usually when you're going to deal somebody, you don't play him in that respected game. He goes out and plays last night, and I'm just wondering. So you're in the owner's box or the GM's box. You get a call from Steve Keim, the Arizona general manager. You guys are cutting a deal during the game while the guy's playing, and as he's walking off the field, I'm assuming he must have been told, because I would never tell a player, hey, by the way, have a good game. By the way, you may be dealt to Arizona in the morning. Yeah. I'm not thinking they're telling him that. But so you're finding out.
He knew he was going to be traded.
Oh, before the game he knew?
Before the game. They were talking about it on Tuesday. Howie Roseman was telling how it went. He sat and talked to him about it. And they didn't call. They waited to call out there, to give the definite guarantee. But he told him, look, this is I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. And he wanted to play. And, they did it that way. I mean, I've never seen it done that way, because most of the time, hey, they shut the guy down. You sit over there.
I would have went like this. I'm going to an undefeated team. I would have went like this, Gary. God, man, my neck's killing me, man. Hang on, man. Hey, you know what, man? You know that prostate issue? I got to check.
That's right.
Hey, I ain't playing in a game where I could get killed in, man.
No way. You're going out there to an undefeated team.
Yeah.
I mean, and the way they look, man, you can see that, they got something going out there.
They got Bernard Hopkins, and now they put him on the hash mark.
Yeah.
They got that quarterback that's in the MVP. They got Chandler Jones. And
come on.
Dude, they're going to win some ball games. They may win the West with him.
Hey, they got weapons, and they got players on that defense. You look at them, and, nobody was talking about them earlier.
Yeah.
But you look at them, you go like, why are we shocked? Look at all the players they have. And you got to with Murray, come on, everybody knows what kind of talent he is.
Special.
Come on, the kid is a special talent, and he's got he's like he's got the speed of
he's like Vic
of Jackson in Baltimore, right?
Yeah, he's like
he
Michael
can run
Vick.
like that, but he's got the arm, man. This guy can make the throws. He's a special talent.
Let me ask you this. Give me your assessment of what Zach Ertz was and what he meant to the Eagles and what his legacy was with the Eagles.
Well, I think he was definitely a guy who's been here all the years that I've been watching him. Everybody's taking him for granted because he makes things look so easy. Got a kid with him. Zach, man, you got to make stuff look harder. But he makes it look easy. And then he's like the guy where it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, like money, man. He's going to get open. And, he's not a big guy running after the catch and everything. Some people, they're calling the radio station. He doesn't run after the catch. I said, man, this is automatic first down. Okay. It is. Oh man, as a defense, how you hate it. You got 3rd and 7. This son of a gun gets open. Boom. First down.
And he's 3rd and 7, and he's on the. I mean it. I hate him.
All day long, he does it.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get a good matchup for him because if you get a linebacker or a safety and everything, he's too big for the safety.
Yeah.
But he's too quick for the linebacker from the standpoint of way he runs his routes and everything.
Yep.
And if it hits his hands, it's first down. So during their Super Bowl run, and he really was good to Carson Wentz, and he makes the quarterback better because if you're throwing to a tight end, that's the easiest throw in the game. It's a relatively short throw. He's running it inside. He's working inside the numbers, all day long. And he really, man, he just I saw him, like in their run for the Super Bowl. He was magic. And in the Super Bowl game, he caught the winning touchdown. But he's the kind of guy, like I said, he's not a great blocker. He's not great running after the catch.
Is he like Jason Witten?
Yeah, a lot like Jason Witten. That's right. But he gets open in that intermediate area. And what he's going to do is, they got to pick their poison because he's going to be working that intermediate area. You got Hopkins outside.
Even A.J. Green has now been a factor coming over from Cincinnati.
That's right.
He's been a factor on that team. Hey, I got to ask you now, with that move being made, Gary, I brought this up this morning on our morning or mid-morning show here, and I'll throw this at you here. Mm-hmm. To me, it looks like the front office now, you're moving him in season before the trading deadline. Next year and this year, Fletcher Cox is the highest paid player on the Eagles. Yeah. You see that the football team is not going anywhere now. In Hardgrave, you've got a potential Pro Bowler for the next 10 years. Yeah. This guy makes a ton of money here. If you're Howie and your ownership and you're the front office, are you fielding calls potentially to move Fletcher Cox right now? Because, again, to me, a move like that looks kind of like you're throwing up the white flag a little bit and looking for assets and trade picks for next year.
Well, that's an excellent question because, it's going to be interesting to see what they do because I did hear that Jeffrey Lurie, he didn't like the fact that he had let Brian Dawkins go. He didn't like that because he knew Brian Dawkins was going to be a Hall of Famer. He didn't like the fact that here he is moving a Hall of Famer, and he really kind of moved him early and saw that he had another good year in him. So he said that he doesn't want to do that again. And now that's the only reason that they wouldn't move Fletcher. But other than that, when they eventually turn this thing around, is he going to be playing? No. So it's the type of move you say it makes sense because you can get yourself a good pick because he's still got some football in him. If you wait a couple years or who knows next year, you might not be able to get anything. Right now, you could get a good pick for him.
This is where I'm going with it. Because look at what the Patriots did. Mm-hmm. Stephon Gilmore still has years left, so they move him. Yeah. Remember when they had Richard Seymour too? Richard Seymour went out to the Raiders and had Pro Bowl years. New England did. Mm-hmm. And they got rid of him, but they got a high pick. I believe they got a third-round pick for him. So a third-round pick is a big pick in the NFL draft. It's the most productive round in the history of the NFL is the third round because you're not overvaluing guys and overpaying for guys. That's why that round is essential. So to me, I have to get something in return, like you said. I'm not going to give this guy away. Yeah. But, boy, I got to think right now, if you're trying to put assets around Jalen Hurts and you're hoping that this guy's your future, taking Jalen Hurts and talented players away looks like a white flag wave to me.
Well, you may be, I know they're thinking that way. I know this is why with the Ertz trade that they wanted to get something because they and he said it today, which is he wants Goddard to play. He wants them to be throwing the ball to Goddard. Goddard's a young talent. They got another kid over there who is a big kid that they want to work out too. He's on the practice squad right now, and he's coming off of it relatively soon. So they want these young kids. They want to see what they've got. And I think it's the right move. That's what they should be doing. You got a young quarterback. Let him grow up with these other young kids. Get them out there. Let's see them work together. Because
like Troy Aikman, right? Like Aikman, right? When Aikman was getting when they were 1-15, that same group went on to win 3 Super Bowls.
That's right. And looking at all these guys, of course, seeing them there and then looking at them, looking on TV, seeing them, grow into that, talent that and utilize all that talent. And it's amazing. But we saw it. And I saw that with Dallas, and you say, boy. It leaves something in you where you remember that, hey, you got to go through the time where you got a growing time. And right now, that's what the Eagles should be doing now. Jimmy back then, you see, he was thinking that way. Yeah. Go all get these guys in here growing together. We're going to teach them we're going to learn how to win together. We're going to grow together. And that's the way the Eagles should be thinking. Now, moving Fletcher, we'll see. But he's going to be here when they really turn it around. He's going to be somewhere playing dominoes or something.
He'll be playing spades.
You know what he likes
somewhere.
to do? He likes those fast cars. He likes to race those cars.
Oh, he likes to race cards? Okay,
yeah.
Me and you on the airplane, we're playing spades, man. That's right.
He'll be out on the track somewhere down in Mississippi racing those cars.
All right, let's do this now. Okay, after all that's going on and what we said here, what do you look for moving forward? What do you want to see? Because listen, there's a boatload of weeks left.
Yeah.
And you're evaluated, as you know, eye in the sky don't lie.
Yep.
Getting your water, you're under a film and
That's
microscope here. So what do you want to see from this Eagle team the rest of
the
way out?
I would like them to put Jalen in a position where I don't want to see as many of the RPOs. Yeah. I want them to call plays, let him read the defense. I want them to give the ball to Miles Sanders. I want them to run more of a classic offense and let these kids learn. RPOs, come on. Enough. You run them too much. You could do some of it, but I want to see them run an offense, like I said, where he's looking at, he's in man-to-man. It's a two-zone or two-man where he's reading what he's looking at, and he's working with that. And we'll see whether he can do it. Because if we find out he can't do it, we've done our job, which we found out. But let's give him a chance. Running RPOs every play, then you're not working these kids the way you really want to. And I think internally we're finding out things about this coach too, and he better tighten it up pretty quick. Because it gets ugly, man. People start getting ugly in Philly, man. I left the game early because I had to do some early stuff for Fox. I could see that some people getting ordered when I was walking out. They was saying things, on the way out. Hey, Cobb, blah, blah, blah,
Better talk to your boy.
Hey, they're starting to get a little irritable, boy.
Hey, Cobb, you better talk to your boy, man, or guess what? That car of his will be on 4 blocks.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, final question for you here. Hey, man, just watching the Buccaneers and the way that they're playing, man, and the weapons they have. They don't even have Gronk on the football field, man. I mean, isn't that crazy watching that and seeing Bruce Arians and all those coordinators, man? Well, that was just something watching Brady.
You got to give Brady credit, man. He looked around there. He was looking at all the places he could go. He looked down there at Tampa Bay. He goes,
yep.
Boy, that looks good down there. He looked at all those guys because he's got more talent around him than he ever had.
Agreed.
In New England.
Agreed.
And the thing about it is, you can see where they've gotten comfortable with each other, where they know what he's going to do. He knows what they're going to do. And it's going to be interesting to see, how this whole thing plays out because, Dallas they look good over there.
They look good.
They look good. So right now, and you got the Rams, this thing's going to be interesting. This thing's going to get very interesting, the way it goes. But you got some good teams, but only one can go to the Super Bowl.
That's right. From the NFC, no question about it. Gary,
everybody else, they got to sit in the stands or sit up in a box,
Hey, Gary, we got to roll, man. I love you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you, Garry Cobb.
All righty.
You got it, man. My friend from Fox 29 and former Eagle himself. God, I love the guy. He's so kind to us here. All right. We'll take a brief time out. We'll get back all to you guys here. Appreciate it. Paul, Kevin, Angel, all you guys. Ken, thanks for stepping in with us here on the National Football Show.